Hello everyone, my name is Jamie McQuaid from Magnet Forensics, and today I've got another quick video to help you get started with Magnet AXIOM. In this video, we're going to talk about tagging, commenting, and reporting. So pretty straightforward. You've opened up your case, we've got AXIOM Examine here ready to go, and now you want to identify valuable content, the valuable stuff that's important to your investigation. And I've gone through and tagged a few things already, but we're going to tag a few things and then create a report. So you can see these little colored icons here. These are bookmarks that I've already applied or tags that I've already applied for some of them. If I want to pop out here for a second, I can see all the tags available to me. I've tagged this one as bookmark, but there's already a bunch of tags in here. And now I can go to manage tags, and I can create tags of anything. There are 3 default tags that are available to you when you install AXIOM: bookmark, evidence of interest, but you can create a tag on anything you want. I've already created one called really bad stuff because I'm not that original. You can say one for maybe IP theft or anything like that, and then it gets added in here, and there's the IP theft. Now you'll see a couple other ones that are the tag type. There's system-generated ones, user-generated ones, and magnet.ai ones. This is magnet.ai, or machine learning, that automatically tags certain content for child abuse content, drug-related content, nudity, or weapons. Now magnet.ai is the one doing the tagging there, so there's no shortcuts for it or anything like that. You can create your own here. So I've got the IP theft and really bad stuff, or use the system ones. And you can see there's shortcuts for each of those. Spacebar for the bookmark. The IP theft one I just created was Control-4. So with that said, I can say, okay, let's find a good one here. I don't know, just there's one, Dropbox anonymous upload. Let's say that's important here, and I want to tag it. I can either right-click, add remove tag, and I can choose what I want to tag it as. So for this one, maybe I want to say that's part of the IP theft. They were using Dropbox or something like that. Doesn't matter. So I can tag it as such. I can also use the shortcut. So if I select stock photo landscape here, I can hit Control-4, and it applies that IP theft tag. You can also apply multiple tags at once. So if I want to hold down, if I go down here and I want to hold down the shift button, I can multi-select, and then I can either use the right click or the shortcut and apply the tag for all of those. Or you could use Control. If I can Control and hold that down, I can multi-select when they're not in order. And again, same sort of thing goes, and I can apply that tag. And you can see those tags keep getting added in here, and I can actually add multiple tags to anything I want. So this one here, I can add a tag, and it's already IP theft, but maybe I want to bookmark it, and I can even add one for, I don't know, let's do of interest as well. So it'll only show 2, but it'll have all 3 loaded up there for you. So it adds it for all of those. And if I go over to tags and comments, you can see all 3 that are there. Moving on there, again, you can go through any of them. I've gone through a whole bunch of different types of things here. So Chrome web history, I've tagged a bunch of things of interest there. So I can very easily tag those, add them in there. That works great. Like I said, the Magnet AI has already added a few for it already as well. And if I wanted to get a better look of that, I can go tags and comments, and I can, for the filter, and I can see anything that's been tagged here. So I've got 146 bookmarks, 17 IP theft ones, which I just did. We've got 10 of interest, and then you've got the other AI ones that were added in here. So I could select any combination of those and filter to view those. So if I just wanted to see, say, everything that's been bookmarked already, I can apply that filter, and now we can see across everything. There's all the artifacts that we've selected based on bookmarks. So assuming I've gone through and bookmarked everything I wanted to bookmark for my case, I can then create a report. I can easily right-click, create report or export, and then you get some options here. So first thing is select export type. What type of report would you like to create? Lots of options here because everybody creates a report a little differently and has a different format or preference. So we give you lots of options. So the CSV or Excel, pretty common ways. HTML, very nice, dynamic. I use this one a lot just because it allows you to do a bit more with the data, including viewing the content of a lot of data. Identifiers is just for identifiers in there. You can export those. Usernames or email addresses, phone numbers, stuff like that. JSON, Project Vic format. These are useful for anybody doing child exploitation investigations, and they need to use the Project Vic format for pictures or video. That's available there. PDF, also a popular one. If you wanted to put it in a PDF format, a lot of people like to have the printable format. PST is great if you are exporting any emails, Outlook emails, OST, PST file data. You can create a container, put it in a small container for a PST file. Or portable case. Portable case is a really nice option if you're collaborating with other examiners or investigators or anything like that, and you say, hey, here's a bunch of the evidence. I don't have a context, so I can't add my own bookmarks or comments or anything to it. Maybe the lead investigator does. They can add their own tags, comments to it, and then merge it back into the master case. Or you can have 3 or 4 different people working on the same case at once. It just allows for some of that collaboration. They can view the data, they can go through and look at it, and then bring it all back together with everybody's input in one spot there. So the portable case is really nice for that. For this, and the XML is also another option as well. So I'm going to choose HTML for this one. We can choose the items to include next. Now the default first one is selected items only. That's just one item here. I just right clicked on this single Chrome web visit, and that's not what I want. I want to include a lot more than that. So, but if you just wanted the one thing, you could do it. Items in current view is really nice. Now items in current view is 146 items. That is basically what you see is what you get right here. 146 items, everything in this view, you can export that. So if you've applied some fancy filters or anything like that you want to actually just say, show me what I've got in front of me, you can use the items in current view and just say, export what's there. Tagged items is everything that's got a tag to it. So not just bookmarks, but everything. If I pull that down here, you can see it includes bookmarks and all the other tagged items as well. So there's a whole bunch of them in there, which could be very helpful. You can use all of them, or you can be selective and say, okay, include everything except the nudity ones, the drug-related ones, and get rid of the Magnet AI ones that we don't need, and we'll include everything else. So there's 210 items there, and we'll include just those. The last one, all evidence. So all 416,000 artifacts. I usually don't recommend this one. Most of the time when you need to create a report, you don't need to report on every single thing that AXIOM found. It's not all going to be useful to your investigation. So narrow it down. But though the option is there in case somebody actually needs it for their case, it is a rare scenario that I recommend people exporting the entire evidence set there. Then you've got the option for this checkbox. Basically, don't include the previews for file attachments. This is really good if you've got some illicit pictures that you don't want to include your report, and you don't want to share with whoever's doing it. They can get the entire report. They can view all the metadata, all the details about it, but they don't actually have to view the pictures themselves. So if you want that, you can just check that off. I'm going to leave it off for this one. And then you've got level of detail. The default is a detailed view, and that's basically what we see normally when we're looking through AXIOM. The high level one is a nice view for certain scenarios if you want to coordinate and view similar things all together. For this one, we're going to do the detailed one because that's the more common use for it is the detailed report. So we'll click create, and it goes through here. We can see it's created the chat threads here that we had included, and the HTML report's complete here as well. So I can hit open. It goes to my case folder, and there's exports one folder, and there's the HTML report, report.html. I can open that up. We can see we've got the front page. I didn't include a lot of details here, but there's when the case was created. You can see that's the title page. Some basic case overview. There's just one scan, so it's pretty small there. Evidence overview. We do have a number of sources of evidence here, just a RAM capture, USB, and all of that stuff. No descriptions that I added there yet, but I could have added those if I wanted to. And then you get all of the artifacts here. So we can go down. There's some Google searches that we looked for, Chrome web history, and again, same sort of things that we looked at previously in AXIOM. Same sort of way. You could filter on the columns or view them in a different way, and same thing goes with the chat. Now I mentioned the nice thing about the chat is you can actually view the content as the threads that we show. So you can see at the far right here the chat thread preview. You can click on that, and it'll allow you to actually preview the chat. And you can see there's a summary information at the top, and then you get the actual chat conversation further below. So that gets included in there, and you can present that to any of your stakeholders. Same thing goes with pictures. They'll get included in here and embedded right into your your presentation there, and you get the pictures, emails as well, and again you can preview that data by viewing more or anything like that. So lots of good options there to actually go through. And then finally at the end, you've got it separated by artifact at the top. If you go down to the very bottom, they get separated by tags. So if you wanted to see just everything that's listed under IP theft, I could do it that way, and you can see there's everything I've listed, and it kind of gives that high level view of everything that's under there. No matter what artifact it came from, it's all under the IP theft group. So that's everything I had for this video. Thanks for watching.